Hello everyone, welcome to my channel where I talk about personal finance. Today I'm going to talk about when is the best time to buy a car. Before I get into the video, be sure to subscribe and leave a comment below saying I subscribe. I will try to personally reply to your comments. Let's get into the video. To say 2021 hasn't been a standard year would be an understatement, and the automotive industry is no exception. Worldwide shortages on automotive semiconductor chips, rubber, and even foam for the interiors of auto seats have led to a car crunch. Manufacturers end producing the volume of vehicles they once were, if they are producing at all, said Andrew Goffmiller, owner of GoCar Concierge.com and a former car sales manager. He pointed to General Motors' recent announcement of downtime at production plants. At a dealership, there is a car waiting for you. But where most dealerships used to have 50 to 100 cars, now there are 4 or 5 to choose from. Luke Bradley, general manager of Holmes Volvo car dealership in Shreveport, Louisiana, has seen shortages similar to the ones Gottmiller described. The entire industry is feeling the pinch of strain on the supply chain with factory closings and temporary shutdowns, though he added that the Volvo Cars has been able to allocate vehicles to dealerships. But as a result of the car crunch, Goff Miller said prices on new and used cars are higher than they were a year ago. So while the advice will offer many help you save money, timing your purchase may not be as effective as it might have been last year or maybe next year. Right now, there isn't really a best time, Goodmiller said. However, learning the basic now will help you plan for your next purchase and to negotiate. What's the best time of year to buy a car? Year-end offers close out pricing on current year models. Bradley said deals should start showing up in October and last until the end of the year. By Black Friday, the peaks of the litter are all gone. And if you plan on a New Year's Eve purchase, you are at the mercy of whatever is left, he said. March is also a fine time to buy a new car, Goffmiller said. New model cars ain't discounted much between December and February. In March, rebates are on offer and dealerships are ready to start moving current model vehicles off the lot. And do not get too focused on the price of the car itself, Goffmiller said. Focusing 100% on price is often a disservice to the consumer. He said some dealerships pad the price with high fees. For example, one dealership car might seem like the cheapest option until you discover an additional documentation fees, high interest rate, or poor trading value for your last vehicle compared to what's offered at other dealerships. When you compare pricing among dealerships, make sure you are considering the total amount you will need to hand over. Advertising driven holiday sales are usually designed to grab attention and attract customers, not necessarily offer great deals, said Goffmiller. And even if the prices are appealing, as Bradley noted, you have few options to choose from. Other best times to buy a car. It's not all about the best time of year. Other kinds of timing can help you get the best purchase price or at least improve your car buying experience. Consider these strategies for car shopping and buying. The best time of day. If you have to visit an auto dealership to test drive, consider a less busy morning hour, said Mike Rumpel, a former auto salesperson and founder of YourCarBuyingAdvocate.com, a car buying concierge service. Morning is also a better time to call a dealership to request bids or buy. The best day of the week. Days with bad weather might be a great days to buy, Rumpel said. Maybe they haven't made a sale all day long, he said. He suggests not car shopping on Saturdays and Sundays to avoid the crush of shoppers and a potentially lengthy wait to speak with the finance manager. If you call in for a deal on a Tuesday or Wednesday at 10 a.m., you may be the only consumer around. If you need to visit a dealer on Saturday, arrive about 3 to 40 minutes after the dealership opens so you can catch the sales team attention. Bradley said most shoppers show up around 1 p.m., a time you should avoid if possible. The best day of the month. The end of the month can be an incredible good time to buy a car. The dealership may hope to hit a sales quota from an auto manufacturer and may provide a retroactive bonus for vehicles sold that month, Rumpel said. For example, the manufacturer may say, if you sell 30 cars in June, we will give you $200 for each sale. If a dealership has sold 28 cars and it's the last day of June, the salesperson may more likely to give you a better deal to get closer to their sales quota. However, finding dealers close to their bonus targets may be tricky, Rumpel said, and it requires you to contact multiple dealerships near the end of the month. If you are considering a few different vehicles, it's a good idea to schedule test drives earlier in the month to narrow down which car you want to buy. Mid-month, call 4 or 5 dealerships. Let them know you will buy before the month's end and request a proposal in writing or via email. You may see a dramatic difference from the low end to the higher end, Rumpel said. Yes, call rather than visit in person. You never negotiate at a dealership, which gives the dealership control, and it's a bad negotiating tactic, Rumpel mentioned. They know you do not want to leave and go to another dealership and spend another 10 hours there, Rumpel mentioned. In the months last week, send a reminder to each dealership mentioning, hey, I'm buying a car in the next 2 days and you are close to the price to another dealership. Who is beating you? Can you send your final proposal? Rumpel said. You may see thousands of dollars in difference. Buying new versus used. The longer a used car sits on the lot, the better deal it should be, Rumpel said. If a car has been on site for 3 or 4 months, you may have more negotiating power. The dealer may be desperate to get rid of that vehicle. Usually, a dealership will discount after 20 days. Then, after 30 to 40 days, they drop the price again, Kaufmiller said. However, by 90 days, the price probably won't come down much more. To find out how long a vehicle been in inventory, you can check the website cargurus.com or look at the Carfax report, Rumble said. Unlike you would with a new car, test drive the vehicle in person but negotiate pricing over the phone. When negotiating for a used car, do not show your hand, Rumple said. Even and especially if it's the exact car you have been hoping to find. If you state that you love the make, model, and color, a salesperson can easily review inventory and see that it's the only car for miles around. At that point, they are unlikely to negotiate on price. Buying cars versus trucks. According to our experts, there should not be any difference or hard rule of thumb regarding the best time to buy a car versus a truck. However, Bradley said the convertibles and sports cars are more desirable in the summer, while trucks and SUVs become increasingly desirable closer to winter, when drivers might need them most. Pay close attention to rebates long before you want to buy, but understand that inventory levels often drive rebates availability, Kaufmiller said. All manufacturers offer rebates, but there is little redeem or reason behind them if you do not or cannot understand the inventory levels. Other factors to consider. Dealerships outside a city's metro area may need to be more aggressive in sales and pricing because they do not have a million or more people driving past the dealership every week, Kaufmiller said. Dealers have to get more creative to get clients, which means the price has to be better, he said. After narrowing down your options, look within a 45 to 50 miles radius if you live in a major US city and try some of the tactics described above. Basically, as mentioned in this video, Kaufmiller pointed to a recent and somewhat extreme example. A dealership was charging $18,000 over the manufacturer's suggested retail price for an in-demand vehicle, but another dealership in the next state offered the same car for $400 under. Doing a little hunting might help you find a great deal. The bottom line, while 2021 might not offer the most standard car buying experience, it does not hurt to try some of the strategies mentioned in this video. And a final solid tip from Bradley. One of the best things you can do on the hunt for a great deal is to be flexible about the car. Like I always tell my sales staff, a customer is looking to buy a car or they are looking to buy a payment. When one of those variables become the driver, the inverse is true for the other. If someone is hot on a specific car, the payment matters less. And when someone is locked into an idea they have had about a number, the car that gets them there is less important. Thanks for watching this video and do not forget to subscribe to my channel.